we figured out our ore issue, and we figured out a little bit of a power issue, and we know where to get our ores from, and we fixed our rover, thankfully. But what do we do now? Well, we know where there's some ore, but first, we gotta upgrade our power system. Greetings and salutations, relaxed gamer nation, and welcome back to Space Engineers Back to Basic, where we go through the steps to get our base functional and to possibly go to space. In this episode, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to figure out something to do with our power system. Currently, our entire base is running off of one turbine, 3 small batteries, and I put in a large battery. Now, we have surplus power because we're recharging, so that's good, but we need to do better. We need more power. We need more power. So, we are going to work on our power system today, and then I think we're going to add some more refineries because we're going to be grabbing more ore. Currently, we have, 5 ores that we can refine with this refinery? Iron, cobalt, nickel, silicon, and magnesium. And I said cobalt, right? Yeah. So we need enough power to have at least 4 more refineries running, so that we're not in a case like we are right now, where we're just waiting for ores to get finished. If we do it this way, we can actually have each ore in their separate section. So let's work on this power here. First, we're going to have to do a little bit of planning here, because we have limited power, and the only way to do this, well, not necessarily the only way to do this, we could probably do something. We can still keep this, but raise up our turbines a bit. Maybe we'll do something decorative as well. So let us go up there. Let's start adding a few things. So we're going to need some steel plates. Why am I going with steel plates? Because I just am. It's easier to block things out with steel plates, so we'll just go that way. So we're going to tear this down, which is going to be, well, we're out of power now. Well, not out of power. We have batteries that are running our system, but we need to fix that real fast, real quick. Oh, shoot. I'm in creative mode. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? What the heck am I doing? You have seen this on regular accounts, no matter where you're looking. Oh, where is my... Seriously, my keys are being stupid again. Okay, we'll just deal with it this way then for the time being, and then I'll do a reload of the save. This is one of the best ways to set up turbines. Probably not the best way, but one of the best ways. Okay, we got our power going again, and we got 4 more turbines that we want to work on. So we're going to make sure nothing's in our build planner. Do that. Do that. Do that. I want to finish that block. Let's produce some steel plates, because we actually have a decent amount of iron right now. We're bringing power in once again. Oh, we're not bringing power in because the assembler is using up our surplus power. So we have 4 hours of power going when our assembler is running, as well as our basic refinery. Steel, please. I just want to finish up this block so that I don't have to worry about it later. Do that. Okay. Get what we can right now. Say what? Oh, okay, it's going through the girders right now. That should finish up one. Go over here. Finish that up. Gives us some more power. More power. So it looks like we're missing one turbine. Okay, that's not bad. Do I need that many girders? Oh yeah. Girders take a while though. And the basic assembler is kind of slow. But now we have power. We have surplus power, fully recharging our system in 2 hours. We have the assembler and the refinery running. Well, now it's just the refinery running. Okay. There we go. We got power. And I'll probably do something to not make those look as dangerous as they are. But right now, we're not really concerned about that. Okay, so we have extra power. The other thing that I want to do is get into our refinery, start adding a few more refineries to it. But I think I'm going to do something else here. No, that should be fine. Yeah, so we're going to add a couple more refineries here. Do we have any interior plates? No, we do not. Okay. Control panel. Tools, components. Okay. We need interior plates. Wait a minute, do we? Do we need an interior plate? Or do we need to... Is my refinery... We need steel plates. More components, those will go to production. So let's bring out some more steel plates here, so we can put down our extra basic refineries. We need interior plates for our... For our floor. The unfortunate part about this is that I have nothing in vanilla game that gives me a conveyor tube that goes along the end here. So I gotta tear this down and put down some conveyor blocks, which are basically, if I can find them, these things. And I might as well do that all along the back here. All along the front here. This back into place. And we'll go along to the other side and do the same thing here. There we go, that one refinery is still operating. Now we got to the rest of these things ready to go. Now, there are a few other ways to do this. Like I could separate these using sorters so that each one of these refineries only takes a specific material. But I'm just going to do this manually for the time being. It'll make sure that all our materials that we can gather, all our tier 1 materials that we can gather, can go into our system a lot faster. Another thing that I'm going to want to look at is upgrading our basic assembler. That will be happening shortly. Because this thing is, honestly, slow. Let's just get it going on. Specific items. Get the motors. These are faster. These are decently fast. And just go along doing all this stuff, and I will bring you back in a moment. So, you found yourself in a strange situation where you flipped your rover. This is not uncommon. It happens. And your gyro override is not working. Well, the first thing you want to check is make sure that your gyro override is set to, your power is set to 100%. Okay, that's the first thing that you do. Then try again. If it still doesn't work, then you can do things, crazy things, like building battery frames. What do I mean by a battery frame? Well, this is a battery. We build them often. They only require steel plates to get started. But in Space Engineers, strange enough as it is, when you put even one piece of the required component into it, it holds the full mass. What does that mean? Well, these batteries are freaking heavy, as they should be. I am not entirely sure how heavy they are. I don't really have a way to easily check it, because I don't have all the materials required for it. But once we get back to base, then I will check it out. Build a little control panel on top of the battery, and then just check out how much it weighs with the control panel. Flipping sucks. but it's going to happen. So you just got to be as best prepared for flipping as possible. Some people do some ridiculous flipping mechanisms, which work for the most part, but usually just the battery tower works best if your gyro override isn't working properly. Right now I have a high gyro power, but that's okay. So why did I flip my vehicle? Well, I needed materials. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but when I think in between episodes here or something. Charge that up. I put a sorter on the back of my connector so that any ores and stuff like that that are in this will get automatically pulled out into the system through here instead of just sitting and waiting for the refinery to call it. So that's what this is. It's a small grid sorter. One of the other cool things you can do with small grid to large grid. I replaced the batteries, so I lost like 6 power cells, which isn't that big of a deal. And I have all my refineries almost finished. Yeah, I ran out of steel plates. So I had to go grab some iron. And sadly, my iron supply is all the way over there. I could have probably drilled some rock close by, but I like the full ores instead of the mixed ores, if you would. Okay, there we go. Now let's go into this. Let's check out our refineries. Let's go into this. Let's check out our refineries. So it will not automatically split your ores. Not without doing some scripting. But you can right-click, drag, and then just type the amount that you want the other refineries to do. Alternatively, you can build some sorters, but if you do the system where one ore, one sorter, it means that we just grabbed a whole bunch of iron ore, and now it can only go into one of these refineries. But right now I have all these refineries available. I might put a script on the base eventually here, but I think that's something that I don't really want to do. I want to keep this as vanilla as possible. Say you're on not experimental mode, because in order to use scripts, you have to be out of experimental mode in order to use them. And your world settings have to have scripts enabled, and I don't think the default world settings has scripts enabled. So I probably won't be putting a script anytime soon here. Tier wall. Okay, so we got our power. We increased our refinery capacity. None of the refineries are running right now, and our battery should be charged in 42 minutes. Excellent, excellent. But until next time, that's all I have for this video. In the next one, what am I going to do in the next one? We got power, we got this. I think we're going to upgrade our assembler to a bigger, better assembler. Which requires a bunch more components, which the basic assembler can make. So I'm going to let that grind out here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao!